All right. Good morning, and I guess good afternoon yet again for you East Coast people back there again, and welcome to Take Your Shot Media Crew presents Double Dribble, episode number 104, the East Coast Workhorse with one of the youngest head coaches in all of the ABA and one of the most successful coach Carlos Gonzalez. We'll get to him in just a minute. First off, again, Take Your Shot Media Crew is sponsored by E1 Connect Marketing. And we want to do a real quick spot for him, Donovan Hilton, Malia Hilton. E1 Connect Marketing. Think your business needs more marketing? Maybe, but what if the real problem is that people don't fully understand, trust, or remember your brand? At E1 Connect Marketing Agency, we help businesses discover the hidden gaps between how they see themselves and how their community sees them. Visit e1connect.com and get your free brand DNA checklist. In just a few minutes, you'll uncover opportunities to improve visibility, trust, recognition, and community engagement. e1connect.com, because before people buy from your brand, they need to believe it. And the funny part, guys, the last guy we had, the Pirates, he actually is reaching out to Donovan to use E1 Connect. I thought that was pretty cool. So shout out to Malia Hilton, Donovan Hilton. They've been helping us out for a very long time. Um, and don't have a lot, but they always have enough to give, if that makes sense. And speaking of giving, we real quick want to give condolences to everybody out there in Venezuela right now. Massive, massive earthquakes out there, you guys. Just stay for you guys that have lost anybody in the Venezuela area. We do apologize. Our hearts are with you, and condolences from your Take Your Shot Media Crew family. So there's that. Also want to give a disclaimer that the opinions given on this show by the panelists or the guests are the opinions of the panelists or the guests and not affiliated directly with Take Your Shot Media Crew. With that said, we want to give a shout out to our panel. First off, conspicuous by his absence, he's stuck in soccer town for another 3 weeks, is the Rizzler, the commentator, Joshua Pangan. He's our soccer guy. So, Josh, we'll see your face eventually someday, whatever. Over to my left, visually, with that red goat background. He's the man with the numbers that just keep going up, up, up. He's actually going to have his 2000th game that he's done stats for. I think that's freaking amazing. I'm so proud of him. Agent Andrew Sanchez. That's awesome, bro. What's up, dude?
Yeah, just keep bringing the numbers up. As long as I keep crunching the numbers, I get paid.
There you go.
Mm.
You crunch the numbers, you get numbers. There you go. I like that. Down in the corner in that black t-shirt with the headphones, trying to be a twinsy with me, is the dude who just got back from
Not
Houston,
trying to.
Texas. Let's see if he has an accent during the show. Yeehaw, howdy, George. Welcome back.
Welcome back, and yeah, glad to be here. Glad to be in this nice weather in California. Houston was
Someone don't like
humid.
humidity. Someone don't like humidity.
Houston had a
I don't,
problem
but
again.
I love, yeah, I love Houston. Like the vibes are good, but I just don't like the weather.
You're a Cali boy through and through, brother. Speaking of Cali boys, down in the corner there with that big lion behind him. Again, he's a head coach out in the ABA for the Blue Division champions out there, the Las Vegas Royals. He's still on his feet, and we're so damn proud to call him a brother, Coach Anthony McNeely. Ant, we love you. What's up, dude?
Going on, fellas, man? Good morning, good afternoon. Love you guys too, man. Just another day above solid ground, man. It's another day to be great, big dog.
Absolutely, 100. Speaking of great, what a segue, Ant. Good job. This dude down here, that's our guest today for episode 104, the East Coast Workhorse, he's just that. He is a workhorse. If you've seen the things that this guy has done, even before the ABA, he's one of the youngest, if not the youngest coach in the ABA, and he has accomplished so much away from the ABA. And then coming to the ABA, and going straight to freaking regionals, bro, to face one of the hardest teams in all of the ABA, a team that went to the finals, a team that almost won the championship, in the Buffalo Extreme, and one of our most accomplished coaches over there. Dude, this guy, again, one of the youngest, he's the East Black Division champion. He made it to regionals, almost won that regional. Not only that, he's works with the youth, which we absolutely respect and love. And he's worked with high schools. He's worked with boys and girls clubs. He's worked with all kinds of things. He did a thing called Splash Day. I don't know what that is. I definitely want to hear about that. And he has some pretty cool quotes, and I love to do that. And dude got to coach in the NBA Hall of Fame game. How badass is that, dude? I'm talking about Coach Carlos Gonzalez. What's up, Coach?
What up, y'all? Thanks for having me. Kudos to y'all for doing this.
No, we appreciate you, bro. And honestly, the kudos, you should shoot that to Garcia because Anthony's like, dude, you got to talk to Carlos. You got to talk to Carlos. And we knew who you were. We have been following the tournament. We knew who you were. But he's like, dude, you got to talk to this guy. This guy's amazing. So he built you up like crazy. So you owe that guy like a steak dinner or Taco Bell or
Yeah, that's
something.
my guy. I got
You
it.
know,
Appreciate it.
that's your
I
guy
know,
right there.
man.
He's a good one. He's a good one. So
Yeah,
again, y'all, if y'all don't know, the team that Carlos coached was the Hartford Colts. We have interviewed Anthony Garcia, the owner of the Hartford Colts, a little while back. Um, but now it's cool to I want to hear from the dude that was on the bench during these really crazy semifinal regional games, these regional games that we were watching out here in the West Coast, most definitely, and absolutely. I know me and McNeely were watching it. We loved it. And you guys just bring the intensity, bro. But I want
yeah.
to, yeah, I want to find out who Coach Carlos Gonzalez, the man, is first before we get into Coach Gonzalez, the coach. So, Coach, the floor is yours. Give us just a little, maybe 2, 3 minute background, who you
Yeah.
are, where you came from, what made you the badass man that you are today. The floor is yours, dude.
So yeah, for everybody who don't know me, Carlos Gonzalez, born and raised in Hartford. I just grew up playing a game I loved to a point where I ended up going to a high school in Two Rivers where I was blessed to play for Charles Aquandu, who won a national championship with 2011's UConn team. After our sophomore year, my school closed. Ended up going to a different school where I won a state championship. From there, I went to prep. Was trying to make a decision where I was gonna go play at the next level. Ended up dealing with some things over there, mama. That was my daughter. Ended up dealing with some
Hmm.
things going on with my heart. Just had to take a little bit of time away from the game, and then was blessed with twins. So from there, I just decided to become a mentor, a trainer. Walked into the game of training, think it was just going to be about regular training, individual sessions, and then to bringing it much more now, just doing a bunch of different community events. I own my own nonprofit, which is AAU organization, just trying to help serve kids of need and put them in positions to play at the national level, as well as I coach at Weaver High School, which is my girls team that I coach throughout the winter at the same time as the ABA. And I work in a school now. I help grade 9 students reach on trackism, technically to make sure that they're getting to 10th grade on time, as it is the most, let's say, important grade in your high school experience. So yeah, just got a bunch of stuff on my plate, but I look at more of a calling than a job, so it works out.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's a t-shirt. Drew, we got to get that made. All right. So first off, shout out to you because you could have talked about all your basketball accomplishments and you only talked about two. The more things that you
Yeah.
talked about was being a dad, being a trainer, and being an AAU profit leader. And that just shows your character, Carlos. Like I could just feel your character just from that alone.
Yeah, I got it saying that I've been telling all my actually camp staff because we've been like gearing up for some big camps we got. And I just kept telling them this is for us, this is for us, this is for us. Like I don't
I
want
love
this to
that.
be about me. This is not about me, this is for us. So
No, I love that, bro, because our panel here, we all got something going on. We all been through shit. We're all going through shit, but
yeah,
we're always there for each other. We're brothers. Brothers like that Drew always says, brotherhood and sisterhood. Always. Because we
no,
got some
definitely.
sisters that are used to be on this panel as well. All right, let me go to dad time because you got a lot of dads on here. Aunt's a dad, I'm a dad. Twins, bro. You got two
Yeah,
girls, you got a
one
girl,
boy,
one boy,
one
what you
girl.
one boy, one girl.
Oh, I'm a
Okay.
fraternal twin also.
Oh yeah, and George is a twin. Oh, because sorry, George, I totally
Uh,
forgot that. So we'll get into that. I'll let George talk some twin questions. I know he's probably got some. Yeah. What's it like? You got a twin on this panel. George is a twin. He also has a twin sister. What's it like raising twins, dude? Like when you first found out, I mean, yeah, you're ecstatic to be a dad. Were you like, oh, cool. Oh shit, now I'm gonna have two, like what were you feeling when you
yeah,
found out you're
nah,
gonna
I
have
ain't even gonna
twins,
lie.
bro?
So I tell the story often because like me and the doctor had a hell of a laugh that day because when we were in there, he was explaining to me how like on ultrasound the heartbeat looks. Now it's like kind of that flash.
Uh-huh.
And then boom, I see it in the bottom right corner. I see another one.
Oh
And
no.
I'm like, what's that? And he moves it down and he goes, oh, that's just another one. Like he said, it's so calm and smooth.
Of
He was like,
course
that's
he
just another one.
did. Of course he
So then I
did.
started laughing. I'm like, yo, just make sure there's not a third. And we both just started laughing. So we ended up having a whole gender reveal. Yeah, it's fun raising them. Like they're real similar, but also real different.
Hmm.
My daughter is real girly like she's the princess.
Hmm.
I wish she'd love to hoop more, but I don't think it's gonna be her thing, and I'm okay with that. But my son, he's Tasmanian devil. Kid thinks
I
he's
like
stronger
that.
than everybody. Kid don't stop. He in the backyard playing right now. My daughter just peeked in and looked at me to see what's
Hmm.
going on.
She can always jump on if she wants. If
Yeah.
you're cool with it, the kids can always say hi. We love saying hi to the kids.
Yeah, nah, they got their cousins in the back. They run around. I was actually doing some little basketball stuff with them in the backyard this morning. Trying to keep him going. Trying to get her into it more and more if I can.
Hey, who's older, the son or the daughter, and by how
My
many minutes?
daughter probably about like 30 seconds.
Oh
30
wow.
seconds. Wow,
It was like this. Yeah,
it's a
it was
race.
quick. Yeah.
The daughter
So,
won.
It's
yeah,
funny
she
because she
did.
holds that over him all the time, and they're only 5, and she already says, "I'm older. I'm older."
George, does your sister do that? Do you do that to your sister?
No, not really, because like she's more of like the chatter box, but I'm more like the calm one. So, but yeah, I'm older than her by a minute.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
yeah, I'm not like his daughter that says like, "Oh, I beat you, I'm older." Like
Yeah,
I'm not
my
that type
Yeah.
of
daughter
person.
she'll talk. They'll both talk junk, but when we get more around people, my daughter's not scared of anything. My son is scared. My son knows
Gotcha.
Oh
more to
wow.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha on that. Was it difficult? I mean, we've all had friends that are twins. I met George and I know his sister. I met his sister, I believe, once. I had a friend, they were identical twin. Are your twins identical or fraternal?
Nah, they're fraternal.
Fraternal. Okay, so that's a
Yeah,
little, I'm gonna go like this. That's a little easier. I've had fraternal twins
yeah.
that
Oh,
I've
nah,
had
definitely.
identical.
Yeah, it helped out a
Um,
lot. Twins
okay,
come out.
yeah. So I guess
I
that
know
helps my
I got a couple friends that I know that look like identical
uh-huh.
twins. But sometimes you gotta look at them like, yo, which one's
Well,
this?
bro, I have a funny identical twin story. My friend Susie and Leticia in high school, not only were they identical twins, but they were born on the 29th of February. So they're leap year twins, like double the crazy. Leticia and Susie both went for homecoming queen in my high school year. And then, of course, one of the sisters won. So I'm like, how do you do that with twins, bro? That's crazy. So, yeah, funny twin stories. So, y'all, shout out to all the twins out there, except the Minnesota twins, because they always mess with my angels. So, but other than that, the twin
Don't
thing is
say it, Drew.
like, and I know he's not going to say anything, but do they ever? I got one more twin question, and then I'll let George have a couple twin questions, and then we'll move on. Telepathy. Do they ever have any twin telepathy that you pick up on?
Eh,
Meh.
here and there.
George.
None.
Yeah, George. Do you ever have telepathy with your sister?
No, not really.
Yeah, not even when you were younger.
I guess a little bit, but not really.
Cool, gotcha. So, Carlos, God blessed you with two kids right off the bat. So
Yeah, I
he
do
must
it.
have known that you were good with kids. Were you always good with kids, even before you had your own children? Were you already doing like youth programs when you were
Yeah,
younger?
I
I mean,
had
you're
a
already young.
feeling like
But yeah.
I remember being in 7th and 8th grade, and like my school had an intramural league for the fourth, fifth, and sixth graders, and I coached one of the teams for
Oh,
them.
cool.
We ended up winning 2 championships, so it was like I already knew
Nice.
then. Then when I went to high school, I actually did a capstone project my senior year, basketball therapy with children who have autism.
That's
So
awesome,
I've just been
dude.
working with a bunch of kids, and just so I kind of knew. So just having my
Uh,
own, it's fun. It's
you're
easy.
only, dude, you're only 10 minutes into the show and you're already way cooler than every single one of us. Like, what the hell? No, no, for real, dude. Massive shout out for doing that kind of stuff, dude. That stands out so much to us, and we respect those that give back. And
Yeah, I appreciate
we're
it.
not even halfway through your story, and you've already given back so much, man, making a difference in so many lives. And it's crazy. And then the whole ninth grade thing, I thought that was super cool too, because I have a ninth grader going to be a 10th grader this
Hmm.
coming year, and he needed that.
Yeah,
He had a teacher. My boys know about this, and I'm very proud of my son, and I'm very proud to announce that after last year, sorry, my microphone went out. Um, last year he had one of those teachers that was like, I have tenure, I could do whatever I want, I could say whatever I want. One of those jerks.
yeah,
And I told him, hey, just try to survive, try to make it through. And he didn't. He could have passed. They gave him a D, but it was like a super high D. Should have been a C minus, and he could have passed. But this teacher was a douchebag. Anyway,
yeah,
so my son, yeah, yeah, they know the story already. My son took summer school this year, and mind you, summer school's crazy now. So they do 6 hours a day and they do 4 days a week. Yeah, and they finished the whole semester in 3 weeks. So my son took bio and he passed with the 88.9. So shout out to
Let's
Lewis. Good job,
go.
buddy.
Shout
That's what I'm
out.
saying. It may
Yeah.
Yeah.
My point here is if the kids study, which you can make them do, and you
Yeah,
get a teacher who actually cares, makes a difference. Yeah, 88.9. Dude. I'm so freaking proud of him.
yeah.
Uh,
Support goes
la-
a long way.
But and the fact that you do the things with the ninth graders, because confidence is kind of iffy as a ninth grader, You're still
Mm.
learning the school, even at the end of the school year. It's like you're like, well, shit, I'm still adapting, I'm still
Yeah,
getting
ninth
used to
grade
things.
tough.
It is. That's exactly, especially if
That's
you're
high school.
already,
Yeah.
You're the
Freshman
youngest in
year.
the building.
yeah, especially if you
Youngest
already
in the
have
building, social cues, you're trying to
yeah,
academically
exactly,
figure it
anxiety.
out.
Yeah, or if they're coming from the other school where they were bullied or they had anxiety and they
Yeah.
have someone they can look up to or someone they can go
Sometimes
talk
just
to. So
overall population, they walk in from a class of eighth grade that was 60 kids and now walking into a high school with their ninth grade class 200.
that's true. That is 100% true. Wow. Um, I'll let Aunt, you got a young kid who's gonna be in middle school in a few years. What do you got that you want to talk to Coach Carlos about?
Mine will be in high school in a year. So
Shut up. Oh no, I
Yeah.
thought he was younger than that. Oh my God.
mine
Okay.
will be 14.
Oh my Lord. Sorry about that. Okay, go
Mine,
ahead.
no, no, no. Listen, you all good. Listen, to me personally, I feel he'll be 40 soon. So writing taxes by hand. But
Right.
whatever. But nah, man. As a parent, man, there's no real. If I could be frank, there's no real book to this shit.
No, there's not.
It's a lot of trial and error. But it's a lot of observing. You may see glimpses of yourself, glimpses of other people in your family. Um, but it's a beautiful thing to see, man. And the thing is, they grow up so fast. So
Yeah.
take pictures, take lots of pictures, lots of video. Um, my biggest thing to say is to be present is as often as you can and 10 times over after that because moments come and go and you want to try your best not to miss anything.
Hmm.
Uh, be the embrace. You have twins. I don't have twins. I only have one, but you also have a daughter. Embrace being a girl dad. Do all of the things, bro. Do all of it. And I
Like
say
I be
all of that
braiding hair and everything. I don't know
and
how to
I
Yep.
figure that one out, but I figured
and
that
I
out.
I say that because my brother got a daughter.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like this: do whatever you can to create the memories with your kids, no matter what it is. It's easier said than done for me because I've never done the tea party. I've never done the tea parties. I've never done
Sure
fake.
you haven't. No, I'm
I've
just
never done the nail polish. I've never done the
kidding.
dance recitals and the ballad. I've never done any of that. But I do things currently to try to make lasting memories with my son
Yeah, same.
as often as I can.
Yeah, same.
So if you have the opportunity to create a memory with your daughters or with your daughter or even with your son, share that moment with them. Embrace that moment. And then you'll never know how much you learn about your kids from your kids when you do that.
Hmm.
If I could give you any advice, that would be my advice and happy belated Father's Day.
That's
Nah,
right.
definitely respect. Same to you, bro.
Absolutely. You have a quote that I saw and it really, really hit me. I'm huge on quotes. And your freaking page, Carlos, I swear you have 2,476 quotes, bro. Like no
Yeah, I'm big
joke.
on it.
But I respect that because
Yeah.
it hits. One of the ones that you had, I have a few, but the one that I want to talk about right now, because we're walking right into it, and then I'll get to Drew. An open ear is the only believable sign of an open heart. And dude, once again, like I said, you're showing that just in the first 15, 20 minutes of the show, how much you've opened your heart to everyone who's not even blood,
Yeah.
and that's going to affect so many lives. 'Cause maybe you got a kid who's in your AAU that doesn't have an older brother, doesn't have a dad,
Mhm.
doesn't have a grandpa, stuff like that. So we talked about this before with Coach LG and a couple of the other coaches, being an example, being someone for them to look up to, someone to trust, even just an ear. no pun intended on that quote, but
Yeah.
an ear just for them to vent to, talk to,
Hmm.
and you could save a life that way. So I really, really, again, I'm going to be saying this a lot today. I really, truly appreciate you for doing that.
I definitely
Um,
thank you.
Drew, everybody's talked life. We'll let you talk a little life. Go for it, dude.
Yeah, shout out. Sorry, shout out Carlos to doing your thing. But yeah, I'll piggyback off of Ant. Yeah, unfortunately there's no mini Drews around here. Never was blessed to be a father, but there's still time, ladies.
Mhm.
Um,
Every show he does that. He
I just
does
like
that
doing it.
every
I gotta get
show.
numbers. I gotta get numbers. Anyway,
Oh, you
since
gotta get
Josh ain't
numbers,
here,
all
I'll get
right.
all the numbers.
No, he's taking Josh's spot. No.
Hey man, hey man, hey man. Listen, before you even get started, there is a season for everybody.
There you go.
There
Exactly.
is a season for everybody, and
I
my
know
Hmm.
the
man.
bird said it.
There
It
you go.
is the season for loving. All
There you
right,
go.
never mind. So, yeah, but
And everybody, that is Drew's view.
yes.
Views.
So going on my original point though, but yeah, um, absorb every moment, treasure every moment because you don't know when time goes quick. It's kind
Yeah.
of like Ferris Bueller said, time goes fast.
Hmm.
Exactly. And I'm the oldest of two brothers, and or one brother and one sister. I'm the oldest sibling, and it's a big gap. My sister is 15 years younger than me, and my brother is 16 or 14 years younger. So I had to play kind of father in a way. And I still remember them being 4 and 5 years old and looking up to me and taking them to places, taking them to the park, taking my sister on walks, getting her on a little bike and training wheels, doing all that little stuff that my mom or my dad was too busy for to do. But I did some of those moments, and you treasure them because then they're gone. And so just live every moment because you never know. It's going to come by so quick. You'll be like, damn, you're in high school already. Yeah, damn, you're already graduating. Oh, now
Yeah.
you're driving.
Time
Oh
flies.
my God, man. You go, well, you can take me to Walmart. I need to go get some stuff. It's gonna be one of those. So just treasure it. But yeah, we hit hard here on life, man. So
He's not
kudos to you.
kidding,
And then,
bro.
like you're saying, you're doing stuff for the community, everyone who gives back. Like me, I still remember where I'm from. I'll once in a
Yeah.
while go back up to Long Beach and do some stuff. Or I grew up a lot in Southeast San Diego, which is a very difficult area to grow up and come out of because most of the guys are either doing drugs or end up in gangs or get killed or something. I came out of it. I was one of the lucky ones. But I always go back to that community in some way. I've done volunteer work with cleaning up parks. I've done
Hmm.
graffiti cleanup. I've done because I still remember those roots when someone
Yeah.
took me under their wing. So the fact that you're doing that and paying it forward, credit to you.
Hmm.
Likewise.
No, 100. That goes to another quote that you have. I told you I got like five. You have another one that says, no pressure, no diamonds, no struggle, no strength. So, and Drew just literally said it, you have to go through hell to get to heaven sometimes,
Yeah.
you know? So, I do want to ask you about, before we get into your pro basketball coaching career
But
and stuff, first off, what was your very first official? You talked about middle school coaching stuff and
yeah,
anything
yeah.
after that. What was your first like paid gig as a coach?
First paid gig as a coach. It was probably about 4 years ago. I coached at the Watson School, so I went there for a
Okay, Watson.
postgrad year, and
Mhm.
then I ended up going to coach there as an assistant coach.
Okay.
And then from there, I went to the Bright School, so on and so forth.
Okay, yeah, I did see the Watkinson. I have that here on the notes. Was that the same year as the Splash Day game? And what the hell is the Splash Day game?
No, so Splash Splash Day was the year before. So before that I was helping out a team in Achievement First High School where I was gonna coach there in the winter, but just I had a bunch of things going on with work where I was trying to figure things
Hmm.
out. I just couldn't make the commitment. But Splash Day basically is through my boy Rain Hales. He is to me the best videographer, media guy in Connecticut, in New England. He's got over 20,000 followers, dude works at ESPN now. So he
Hmm.
came together with this idea of creating a post grad game, an elite game, and a Rising Stars game that would played at the XL Center where UConn plays at out here.
Sick.
So we got all the kids in there, got them together, and we just made it happen.
I
A
love
bunch of
that.
tough talent in there.
I love
It was
that.
a great event.
I love
Yeah,
that. We talked to Anthony Garcia a couple weeks ago, and I asked him, New England is a region that's close to so many different states with so many
yeah.
different teams. You just mentioned Yukon. I mean, you got Yukon, and if you go up a couple hours, you got New York, you got Massachusetts, you got all that area right there. Even
There's a
Pennsylvania is
lot of
not that
basketball.
far. Yeah, there's a lot of basketball. There's a
Sport.
lot of sports in general.
Yeah,
Not to mention Connecticut, we mentioned this on the last show, I'm gonna mention it again, is a hub for ESPN and for World Wrestling Entertainment.
yeah.
So you got a lot of stuff you're competing with. Anthony kind of explained his side, but I'd like to hear your side. How you guys keep up in that competition and get people to go to your games and stuff. And then we'll get into your ABA accomplishments.
Um, I mean, all right. So a couple years ago, I went to Vegas to this pure sweat school that was ran by Drew Hanlon, NBA trainer, trains Tatum and a bunch of those guys. And
Okay.
Alan Stein was a keynote speaker, and he left us with your network is your net worth. So
Ooh, I
my
like that.
biggest thing has been, even with the Colts, has been building relationships and having the community partners involved. Like one hand wash the other. So we're trying to just do as many things, like get our name out there by joining people on their toy drives and back to school things, just any community engagement thing we can, because we know if we get the community to buy in on us, we buy in on them, this brand will grow. And just
Mm,
seeing what we've done in year one, on a basketball side, like we have the talent. Like I'm not worried about that, to be honest. We really not like took it up a notch this off season, just everything business wise. We're gonna be in a better gym now.
mm.
Um, just everything that is going up, which I don't want to go into full detail on some of that stuff, but
No, you're good.
yeah,
Some things
yeah,
need to be
nah,
surprises.
yeah, some of us definitely gonna be surprised, but yeah, so that's been the main thing, just trying to build our network and just having everybody engage with us and we engage
Hmm.
with them.
And no matter how successful you were, and you guys were hellaciously successful,
My bad for the
uh,
crying in the background, by the way.
nah, you're good, bro. We've had literally everything.
All right.
We got a little of everything. But you so successful, but yet it's still a learning curve, bro.
Yeah.
Your first official season is a learning curve. It always is, no matter if
Yep.
it's learning how, GM work goes with paying, referees and paying for fees. And we talked about that with Anthony, paying, certain
For the
fees for the
building.
building stuff. Oh, dude, you pay like a G a weekend, dude. It's crazy. But you guys always have a really good crowd. What advice can you give us out here in the West to get those kind of crowds? Because we don't get those kind of crowds out here because we have the Lakers, we have the Clippers, the Dodgers,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's hard.
Um, like I said, it comes with community. Like, so I'm big on, like, if you, like you said, you see my Instagram page. I'm big
Hmm.
on videography, photography, making sure things look the right way. Um, but really make sure everything's advertised right, constantly promoting it.
Hmm.
Um, and to be honest, like, I feel like I have the best group of guys in the area. So it's like that just makes it easy in itself when people want to watch them play because they're all on one team together.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you're talking about watching people looking in on you, people knowing how your business is. This is the perfect time to segue into our second commercial here at E1 Connect Marketing. Think you need more marketing? Maybe. But what if people just don't understand, trust, or remember your brand? At E1 Connect Marketing Agency, we help uncover the gap between how you see your business and how your community sees it. Visit e1connect.com for your free brand DNA checklist and discover new opportunities to boost visibility, trust, and recognition. e1connect.com, because belief comes before business. You segued, I had to do it. You're talking about being a cameraman. You're talking about getting the right photo, the thing that'll stand out, which you guys definitely do. George Ochoa is the cameraman. George, I want you to jump in. Maybe at whatever advice you want from Carlos, or maybe some advice you can give Carlos. George does YouTube videos. He's cameraman he's done the VBL, he's done the Drew, he's done a lot of professional things as well. So George, I'll let you take the floor real quick if you guys want to talk a little camera talk.
Yeah, so how long, well, first of all, how long have you been in videography for? And how is it like? And I know you probably shoot like a bunch of basketball videos
Nah,
and
nah, I don't do it myself. Trust. I go and book the right people every time.
oh yeah,
I'll
okay,
do my
okay,
There you
okay.
yo.
No,
Kudos
go.
no,
to y'all. Trust me, tried it. Kudos to y'all. That's why I stay with the basketball coaching excellent. Trust me, that videography. Kudos to y'all who do it.
no.
But
Okay.
I just try and keep the right people around. So like, shout out to Splash Productions, ATG Visuals.
Mhm.
Transparency Concepts. That's three really notable ones. HS Book, like there's a bunch of guys that I go to just to make sure the content is done the right way. They know how I kind of lay out
Hmm.
the vision, how I want it, and just bring it to life.
Yeah, and it just doesn't take one person to do all the videography. It takes a team of people. So I think that's like the key
Yeah,
of having like good video product and having like the right people to make your content pretty smooth just so like people will take you guys seriously. So kudos
yeah.
to that for you and bro.
Like for the
And
Colts specifically, we have this girl, Kate. She does a great job with all our pictures. Like she's real consistent
I've
with her
seen them.
stuff. Shout
They're
out to
good.
her
They're really
too.
good.
She's really good with it.
Yeah, they're really good. I've definitely seen those. Quick question before we jump into ABA. I know we kind of bounce back and forth like a basketball. Sorry. What is something you carried over from your AAU days that you use with your boys in the ABA?
Um, with my AAU boys, all right, with my AAU boys, we jump in the fire. Like I still coach them now, but we jump in the fire. So in Connecticut, my issue with Connecticut youth basketball is we have a lot of people saying shit but not doing shit.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is they're saying that we're going to these made hoops tournaments, traveling
Mm-hmm.
all these miles for these tournaments, and we jumping in B and C brackets. I've never touched a B and C bracket with my AU boys. Like I've done played the best of the best. We get in people's face and we let them know we are like you are playing against untapped elite every time you play. So when we with the Hartford Colts, it's the same thing. The moment that ball's in the air,
it's
we say
go time.
belt to ass. Like that's literally what we all say.
Mm-hmm.
Like the same way they're used to just the players being fired up. And I'm gonna be fired up the same way. Like the intensity's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be at all time high, energy's at all time high. From myself to the last guy on the bench to the damn owners. Like everybody's got to be intense with it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just the ultimate like intensity and energy.
So with that said, a couple of us here have been in the front office. I was an interim GM and Coach McNeely's the coach. And trust me, his team has a lot of personality as well. Maybe I'll let him ask some coach questions in a second. But personalities, how do you balance all the different personalities on the team?
Um,
And
at
you're
first,
young too, so do they respect you
yeah,
right away, or how did that work when you
yeah,
first
nah,
went
it was,
in?
I'll be honest with that. Surprise or not, it was really easy with that. Like I'll be honest, young or not, I ain't taking no shit from nobody.
Okay.
Give a fuck if you 6'9", 5'6". Like, you gonna have to, yeah, we're
I
gonna
love
figure it
that.
out.
I love
But
that.
yeah, so my biggest thing has been like, I just lay down how it's gonna be from the jump. So
I
from the
like that.
rip, I ran a tight ship. Got a bunch of talented guys like having Chase Daniels who played at Quinnipiac,
He was good. I
Karan
remember watching him.
Iverson. I got this
Hmm.
guy 40 who had a quadruple double this season, a 50-point triple double.
Jesus.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so just having all those guys like come together and understand like 40 is from New Britain. I don't know a better basketball player out of New Britain right now than him.
Oh wow.
Karan,
I've seen
Like
Quran.
you search Karan Iverson, let that
Yeah.
shit do talking for itself.
That's all you need to say.
Chase Daniels from New Haven, like everybody knows what Chase do. They don't nickname him Easy Money for no reason. I got Tamar from New Haven, 50, 40, 90 club this season, average 20 plus a game. I have my guy Rod started at three, led the league in charges. So yeah, we got like a bunch of good pieces. I think they just all came in and understood like, all right, yeah, we're used to all scoring at a very high clip throughout these other leagues and pro-am and stuff, but collectively we come together,
Mm-hmm.
do it in a different way, different fashion. And that's why we've had some of the big wins. Like we beat the Bridgeport Kings by 70, I think, twice. We
Mm-hmm.
beat the New York
Wow.
Lights
By
by 97.
70?
Wow.
Yeah, we beat the New York Lights to 166 to 69, so by
Jesus.
97-point game.
That's
That was
wild.
ridiculous.
That's
But yeah, we've
wild.
had some big wins due to that. We get hot with that damn red light. It makes it easier because we press the whole game.
Okay.
So yeah, we press a
3D.
lot.
I like that.
3D.
Defense wins. Coach McNeely, you heard what he just said about how he approaches his team. What can you talk about how you approach your team and maybe some advice you could give to Coach Gonzalez?
Uh, how do I approach my team?
Especially because you came from a team that wasn't doing that good, and then you went to this like championship squad.
Well, that alone was definitely interesting because you kind of you kind of go from what's the word that I'm looking for?
Idiocracy?
Yeah, okay, we can go with that. To now you have pressure, right?
Hmm.
So now you're dealing with this group. Now you're dealing with these men that have um, that have a lightning personality, a sparkling personality is what I'm going to call it. Um, all of the talent in the world, but when it comes to being not the head of the table, ha ha ha, Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge.
Um,
Hmm.
Sorry.
not necessarily being that, but having someone at the front that you can trust. Um, because the matter of winning games was never the problem. It was being trusted, and getting over that hump, together as a group, as a team. My biggest advice is learn from, like I said, it's not a real secret. Learn from your players.
Yeah.
Talk to the same kind of advice or the same kind of energy that you would put into molding kids. It's it's the same as molding adults. They big ass kids. They're big ass kids.
Yeah.
Um,
It's true. It's
um,
true.
but a lot of it, man. It's a lot more relatable because a lot of you are in the same age group. So, how old are you
Mhm.
now?
I'm 24.
Oh Lord Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Okay,
wow, you the
so
youngest one of the
Oh my
panel.
God.
so
Sorry.
listen, at 24 years
Wow.
old,
Wow.
I wouldn't even thought of
that was
that.
10
Hmm.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Wow.
24.
Shit. Um,
24. Close to
24,
three
bro. That
kids
was
already.
That's
at
insane.
24, bro. I've
But
already
he's a
coached 7 years.
mature 24, bro.
Yeah, and he's
At
seen a lot, done a lot.
right at 24, I've already coached 7 years of basketball on the high school level. So that alone put me ahead above a lot of my peers, but a lot of my peers was also still playing.
Yeah.
So still playing, whether in college, overseas, G League. In terms of ahead as far as a coaching aspect, right? Already being in the saddle, already being in the chair, things like that. The best advice I could ever give you when it comes to that is just, bro, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be anything that you're not. Don't fake it till you make it. And be you. A lot of times, bro, you will be respected more by being yourself instead of somebody that you're not to try to get a point across.
Hmm.
Hell yeah.
Especially to adults, bro.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. That's why I'm glad I'm talking to some people from the West Side. Because if this was an East Region podcast, they wouldn't have had me on this shit. Because I think every team in the East Region does not like me.
Well, you know
And
what? If they
that's
don't like you, that means they're either jealous of you
what
or they secretly
Nah,
respect
because
you.
they know I can cuss on this, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
adults,
they
bro.
know
Go
I don't give a
ahead,
weird.
go
fuck.
ahead.
They know I don't give a
Talk
fuck.
your shit, dog.
Like
Yeah.
they know what time it is. Like
Yep.
this year, it was cool. At year one, we figured it out. Um, but yeah, like people know how I am. Like
Hmm.
I'm the asshole of the East Coast. I just call it like that.
It's
So
So,
all right, but you know what? It seems like
I
you
know
you
what you mean though by be yourself because a lot of times when you be yourself, you're gonna have some people who get in line and
gonna have
appreciate
haters,
that, and some
bro.
people who really hate it. So
because
Hmm.
just tap out the
I'm
noise and keep winning games.
I'm
I'm
gonna,
gonna
I'm gonna
say
tell you
something.
something. I'm gonna tell you a little bit
I
about
got you.
myself.
I
I'm
got you,
gonna tell.
Drew. We'll get you after.
Oh,
Go
oh,
ahead,
my
Aaron.
bad, my bad. I'm gonna tell
No,
you
go
a little
ahead.
bit about myself before we segue into the next person. Um, my team is
Just say it. Just say it.
uh
Just say it, bro.
Jesus
You don't,
Christ.
I will.
They're entertaining.
Oh, they're
They're
definitely
entertaining.
entertaining.
They're like the bad
Um,
boy Pistons, bro.
they're
Like,
definitely entertaining, bro. The thing is, bro, when I my first year with my first year with the Royals, bro, was
Shout out
on
to
the
the
job.
Royals.
Was on Shout out to the Royals, man.
mhm.
Shout out to the host, man, of Nationals this
That's
year.
right.
Shout out to Dominique
Okay.
Watson, man, the owner of the
Yep.
team.
Dominic is funny as hell,
Uh
bro.
Shout out to Hollywood Neek, man. But the thing is with my team, brother, they're highly entertaining, but they're very loud. They're very vocal. And for
They don't even need
myself,
like a mic.
they don't, bro. And the thing is, bro, with myself, I'm anything but.
It's true.
So for me, it's kind of like the perfect mix because at the time you got everybody who's loud and rambunctious in your face, talented. And here's the thing, bro, like, and not to say that we're promoting this because we're not, but we'll talk shit, because it's a part of the sport, right? We'll talk shit,
Mm-hmm.
but we have people who feed off that.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want to fight, we got people who can do that too.
Yep, we've seen that
So,
everywhere.
bro, during games, bro, like in the past, we've said it just like I've had players, bro, who said it just like this, bro. We can finish this on the court or we can finish this
Mhm.
outside.
Yeah.
Either way, it is your choice. And brother,
I feel like every team in the NBA had those
but
encounters.
see,
Yeah.
but see, I have one player in particular, and I love him to death, and I'm not gonna put no names out there. I have one player in particular who will stop a crowd every
Mm-hmm.
every
Oh, we
time.
know. We know.
Every time. And one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. But very very passionate, very adamant
Yeah, we'll put it that way.
about
We'll
his
put it that
situation.
way.
I got two
Um,
guys like that too. Yeah,
but how
exactly
does
what you
that
mean.
mix? How does that work well with myself, bro? Like somebody got to be calm, somebody got to be cool, bro. But at the same time, somebody has to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
in terms of how you carry yourself, in terms of in tight situations, in terms of being able to convey a message. A lot of times,
Yeah,
someone has to be that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But the personality of the team is still the personality of the team. What you add is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so I
Does that
think
make sense?
yeah, I think even early in the season, right? Like I can actually bring you through a little situation that we had. So early in the season, my assistant coach for the Colts is who I work with at the girls program at Weaver. So I brought him in, and he's never coached some of these guys before. Our big man Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Chase is very, very entertaining to watch. All right, he can lose his shit very, very fast.
We have a
So
few of those out here.
in about
Yeah.
the first 4 minutes of opening day, Chase is losing his shit. So my assistant looks at me and goes, "Yo, bro, take Chase out for a minute. Calm him down. Calm him down." I said, "No, what the fuck are you guys doing?" He's like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Don't calm him down." I said, "Chase." And I literally started
Use
punching my
it.
head. I was like, "Turn the fuck up."
Yeah,
And then
use
from
it.
there, everybody saw that I accepted that. So then everyone just started turning up their
Mm-hmm.
amount of crazy. So
Yep.
just bringing that out from my team, I knew, and keeping it consistent the whole season, and knowing that that's going to put us over the hump for a lot of teams. Like I'll be
Mm-hmm.
honest, we used those rankings, whatever they were, as motivation the whole season because they were nonsense. So if we ran
Yeah.
into and you were a ranked team, it was like, yeah, we were coming in there just
Yeah.
ready.
And and
Oh,
I'm
No,
gonna
I love that.
and I'm gonna say something about that too, because Drew is next, and I
Yeah.
know Drew has
There,
Drew
he's
has
got something.
is chomping at the bit right now. Respectfully, a lot of that is subjective information. You know, they
Yeah.
do what they can,
Mm-hmm.
right? They try to be fair, you know, and again, it's all subjective information.
Drew doesn't agree.
that
It's all
shit's
based
bad
on opinion.
information.
If you think of the CFP, if you think of the CFP, college football playoff, if you think of college basketball, things like that, you try to go off of your schedule, your strength of schedule, the prestige of your schedule, things like that. So a lot of times it'd be a person, it might be a team that may play less games than you, but they have a tougher stretch again. But they have a tougher stretch in their schedule than you. So their schedule may have more prestige than yours, but they're ranked higher than yours. They play more top teams than you
Yeah.
know, or you may you may you may lose one game the entire year. But how many tough teams in
Have you
that
played?
season have you
Yeah.
played?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
for sure.
purposely is funny because had that been had that been what I thought was the reason behind it,
Mm-hmm.
then I would have accepted it this year.
Right.
However, I know that's not the case just looking at the numbers
Oh,
itself.
yeah.
I
Oh no,
remember,
absolutely,
you
absolutely.
get what I'm saying?
Listen,
So purposely though, what we did on behalf of the Colts, we literally are only playing teams this year that are above 500 or better. Like
I
we're
love
trying to
that.
be best of the best. Like we'll go on and play New England Lightning if we have to 3 times because I'll be honest, the Connecticut teams beside ourselves are terrible. Like they're terrible. So we don't want to play against terrible teams. We want to play the best of the best, set ourselves up for the playoffs to see good comp. And when we bring better teams in our gym, it just looks better.
Mm-hmm. No, it
So
does, and it puts on a way better
Mhm.
show.
yeah, it's better.
And
But
you
I,
guys get highly
Speaking of,
respected after that.
yeah, exactly. Speaking of standing out, this is the most blunt guy on our entire panel. Drew, you had something. You've been holding it in as long as you can. Let it out, dude.
Go ahead, Drew.
Remember,
Letting it out of the
Joe's
chamber.
nice, and he was on our show, so be nice.
Letting
Let
it
us
on the
have it.
chamber. Letting it on the chamber. It's going to hit every target. The ranking system is ass. It's
terrible.
just bullshit.
Again, the opinions given on this show are the opinions of the person giving the opinion and not directly given by Take Your Shot Media Crew.
Let's
Carry
be
on,
let's
sir.
be let's be real. Ricky, let me have my moment. I've been hearing
No.
y'all talk for the 20 minutes. Time for me to
Shut
fucking
up.
take the floor. My
Go.
fucking floor.
Hey, Ricky, I'm talking.
No, you're not.
Exactly.
No, go. Inside
I'm the
joke, bro.
old vet here, so I need to fucking
I'm
talk.
older than you. Hurry up, Grandpa.
I don't give a
Let's
shit
go.
how old you are.
Hurry
Let's
up.
fucking go.
Let's go.
So going back to what you're saying, the ranking system is ass. Let's be real. There's teams out here who shouldn't be in the league. There's over 200 something odd teams. We need to cut the fat, trim the fucking fat. There are
Mhm.
real owners out here. There are real teams out here who want to do well, who do great in their community, who go out and make themselves apparent, go schedule against fucking hard opponents just to be seen because they know they want it. And yeah, going back to it, like you said, coach, was I worked for an organization for 3 years, 3.5, 4 seasons. They were the Chula Vista Suns. Now they're the San Diego Suns. I see a lot of Eric Brown in you. That's originally what I was going to
Even the
say.
face, bro.
Oh yeah, even the face. Even the
There's a
face.
lot of Eric Brown there, and I can
And that
see
could be Eric Brown's lost twin.
Oh no,
exactly.
God, there cannot be
That's his
two Eric
doppelganger.
Browns. Cannot have two Eric
Doppelganger,
Browns.
bro.
No,
But
carry on.
it's the East Coast Eric Brown. So going
I
on
like
that,
that. I
and
like
it's funny because you're saying what Connecticut. The WNBA team out there is the Suns, right?
The
Yeah,
Connecticut
out
Sun.
Sun.
here.
Yeah.
We
Well,
So,
for another year until they go back to Houston.
but going on that, we're going to say that Eric Brown's teams in the past were always hated. They were because they run their mouths,
Destiny.
Mhm.
especially when they had the Hezzy God on there.
Oh
They
yeah.
would run their mouths constantly that people would just talk shit about them. There was a hey, I'm going to take it back 3 years ago when they played. I was working there. We played against Coach Ant and the Royals, and we went into that game undefeated. We were 22-0.
You had to
And
bring that up,
unfortunately, the
didn't you?
footage is lost. But going on that, there was a lot of back and forth chatterbox.
There was some
And
controversy
yeah.
there.
there was a lot of controversy, but there was a lot of freaking back and forth, Carlos. And yeah, you have to play your game on the court. When I played, I trash talk, but I back it up. It's
Yeah.
like the same thing. It's like if you're gonna run your mouth, you better try to stop me as well. Because
Mhm.
I'm
And
scoring
keep
on
it
you.
basketball.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was like, stop me if you can, but if you can't stop me, I'm going to keep running my mouth as much as I'm putting in these buckets.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept when you're out there playing. So leave everything on the court. And once again, ranking system could suck a big fat one for all I care.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the second edition of
Drew's
Views. Oh my God. I told you, we're a bunch of chuckleheads, Carlos. I'm telling you, you never know what you're going to get, bro.
I can't see
All
what
of,
Ant's holding up.
all of
Bro,
got to
it's
see.
exactly what we said.
What is that? What does it say?
It says
You-
Drew's views.
Drew's views.
There we
Fucking
go.
ant. Fucking ant. Anyways, we all have our silly segment. We're almost an hour in, you guys. Again, shout out to E1 Connect. Visit e1connect.com for your free brand DNA checklist and discover new opportunities to boost visibility, trust, and recognition. E1.com, because belief comes before business. Again, Malia and Donovan Hilton, we love you guys. Thank you and keep it up. Again, you guys, we're about almost 1 hour into the show, episode 104, the East Coast Workhorse with one of the biggest 24 years old. I can't freaking believe that. 24 years old. He's done AAU, he's done high school, he's done youth programs, and he took an adult professional, semi-professional squad to the regionals to face the team that went to the championship. Like, this dude is ridiculous, and apparently he's Eric Brown's doppelganger. We're definitely going to tag Eric in this, because, dude, you look just like Eric Brown. Anyway.
Clip this.
Yeah, clip it, clip this,
Clip it.
clip that, clip that. I do have a quick question though, Carlos. It's not a bad thing. Eric's a cool dude. Going into the ABA for the first time, there's a lot of different rules in the ABA. It's a different mentality. What did Anthony Garcia tell you when you came and took this job?
Um, So first, originally, when I heard the red light, all right, I wasn't familiar, obviously, with the red light prior.
Hmm.
The way I coach, I'm the type of coach, I'll be up with my AAU kids, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'll be up 40 points and I'm still pressing. Like I've walked in the AAU tournaments and beat teams 81-6. Like I will press the entire duration of the game. So when I heard of the red light rule and I knew already the talent I was gonna bring in, I was like, oh, this could get crazy because I know I'm bringing in a team that's gonna run. Like we're gonna run and pressure
Hmm.
the ball ridiculously. So after just like the first game, seeing what the red light did for us and like how much we're able to like use that to an advantage, that was big. 7 seconds to get over half court.
Hmm.
I know people here and they're like, that's only 1 second different from the NBA.
It
Nah,
makes a
it goes a
difference.
long way.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
No, exactly. What about all the
that
extra
red light
fouls and
changes the game. That
stuff?
red light could change the game.
Yeah, what about
I
all
mean,
the
I think we all
extra
remember if you
fouls and
watch
all
the
that? Yeah.
film, if you watch the film, wasn't this past year, the year before when Austin Batts and Chicago Fury played
Hmm.
and they pulled off that 4 free throw craziness at the end to move
Oh
on to
yeah,
the
we've seen
championship.
some funky stuff out here in the West. Anthony's team unfortunately fell to a 5 point half court game winner by the Suns. Yeah, with seconds left.
Yeah, I don't think Ant
Yeah,
wants to talk about
I
that
know
one.
he doesn't. I know he doesn't. It was a very controversial, rough ending, and
Yeah.
we've seen our shares of it
We've seen
too.
some crazy stuff happen with that rule. I've seen
Yeah.
refs give extra fouls to try to give some teams free throws at the end with fouls. And let's just say I had a Seattle game. I was in the crowd when one guy missed three consecutive free throws,
Oh, I
Yep,
know
that
who
was a
you're
and
talking
big
about.
literally
game, big game.
I jumped
I
on the
think
court and
I think seven
did the
fouls is the
choke.
dumbest shit.
Yeah.
I gotta agree. Or that the fact they can come back in overtime. If you're out, you're out. You
Yeah.
should be out. I
Yeah,
agree.
you
Yeah,
foul out,
I
you're
don't like
done,
that.
bro.
No, I agree. And the thing with free throws, y'all, and this is coming from two coaches and people who've been working in the industry for a while. Free throws are huge. Like, and you talked about the 2021 game in Drew against Vegas.
Yeah, free
The
throw.
Suns
Yeah.
missed
And shooting.
15,
I still
15
have
free
the
throws.
stats from that. I still have the stats from that game.
They missed
It
15 free throws that day.
it was a horrible
Yeah.
performance at the line, and I always
Mhm.
say every time I step on the court, even at 41 years old, I always go and work on my free throws
Mhm.
because I'm automatic bucket from the line. I'm not tooting my own horn. I have the stats to prove it. My high school still has it. I held the record there for a little bit. 29
Ugh.
consecutive free throws in a row made over two
Mhm.
games. I was religious on free throws.
Mhm.
93%er career wise.
Mhm.
It's probably the easiest shot in basketball. What I do is I just knock off all the noise.
There you
It's
go.
just you and the ball and the hoop. That's all
And
it
it
is.
looks like how George is right now with the blur in the background. You know, that's how they
Exactly.
do it in movies. Um,
Exactly.
so we talked about you coming to the ABA and facing these hard teams, and you did that intentionally, which I respect the hell out of you for. Because again, I'm like Drew. I don't like when I mean, yeah, it's cool to see a crush here and there, but to have competition, your fan base will respect you a lot more for that. Your players will respect you, even if they lose a
Yeah.
game. You know, it's worth it. You know. Speaking of big games, holy crap, dude, 24 years old. You've got to do AAU, you've done youth programs, you're changing lives daily, you're father of twins, and you got to coach in the Hall of Fame, dude. What the hell was that like, man?
Yeah, that was a great experience. Shout out to Vermont Coyotes for helping just get all that together and inviting Hartford Colts to be a part of that. It was a good time. Definitely just loved being in the environment, getting to see all the stuff prior to the game, doing all the interviews and stuff like that. Then like they set up the whole intro was really nice. Everything was done right. It was good. Karan dunked on this dude from their team so damn bad. That shit
I
was
heard that's what Anthony told us that.
yeah, it was great to see that. A little closer than I liked it to be because we beat him the first time by like 40, and then me and Anthony had a bet. He was like, "You guys aren't gonna win more than 20 this time," and I was like, "All right, you want to see?" I was trying to double it, but
Yeah.
yeah, nah, it was
Nah,
a
there you
closer
go.
game. They were hitting some shots that game, but yeah, it was a great time.
Oh man, that's so freaking cool. What's something that stood out besides the dunk? Like maybe visual, something visual you saw that you're like, holy shit, like
Nah, it's
that's
funny you
so and
say
so, you know?
that. During the national anthem, they had like the screen in there. We were just going through a bunch of different just basketball moments, just NBA moments. And y'all know I'm
That's freaking
from
sick, dude.
Connecticut. I know some of y'all. I know I already watched last time. You guys were killing me with the Lakers shit, but I'm a Celtic fan. So during the
Oh,
national
damn. We
anthem,
were
Damn
doing
that
so,
leprechaun.
dude, Carlos,
Damn
we
that
were doing
leprechaun.
so good. Almost to an
yeah.
hour, bro. Damn. All
Hey,
right, go
George is
So
on.
walking out.
Look, George is walking out.
yeah.
That stupid leprechaun, man.
Yeah,
Oh my
I saw
God.
Garnett up there with anything is possible, and I was like, yeah, that's fire. This is a good little moment.
There you go. And it stands out and it is motivation. Like again, dude, when we told Anthony, we're like, dude, we're so jealous. That's so freaking cool. You got to do something like that. And that's something
Yeah,
you'll
it's
get to tell
fire.
your babies, you know? And
Yeah.
carry over to your babies. And oh, that's wild.
That
So
is.
I wouldn't be a good journalist if I didn't bring it up. You guys are dominant. You guys are one of the best teams in all of the ABA, and shit, it was your first year. Y'all lost. What did that do to your guys, and what did that do to you personally?
Um, that shit woke me up, put a bad taste in my mouth. I'll be honest. We're going out there. So I don't know. We did schedule our last game of the regular season back in Buffalo this upcoming year.
Good.
Hope we get a different officiating crew. If the officiating crew does ever get to see this clip, you guys were terrible. Hope you guys don't want that shit again.
Again, the opinions given are the opinions of the
Um,
person giving them. Sorry,
yeah,
we have to say that.
it was just bad. Things were ran, but however, basketball wise, I just feel like we kind of went in there a little too just high on ourselves, thinking it was just gonna be a win and move on to the final four of the league. But
Hmm.
I mean, like we already been said, we were in the gym actually last night working out with everybody. We
I saw.
brought back the same core group of guys, the whole starting five, and the main first
Hmm.
three off the bench. We had a big signing, in JC Martin. He played at Sacred Heart.
Okay.
Moved on to USJ, was Division III Player of the Year, did a bunch of things. So having him join is going to be huge, and we're working on a guy right now. Hopefully, we get to announce this in the next day or so.
Hmm.
Former Division I player, about 6'10". So just trying to add some finalizing pieces to
Hmm.
make it just a easier run to Vegas this year.
That's sick. Yeah, well, it'll be cool to see you out there because I don't know if you know, but
And
we're the official voice
we're
for
the voice,
nationals.
the crew, the
All right, we're the whole
whole
crew.
shebang.
We're gonna be the official
Yeah,
crew.
nah, that's
So,
definitely gonna be a good time. We'll
And
definitely
you
be
have a
there. I'll
good
say that now.
opportunity, Carlos, of coming out regardless, because this year it's been improved from 4 to 8. So there's
yeah,
8 teams that are
We
which
coming
there
don't
this year.
should be
we
originally.
don't have a confirmation on that yet, do we?
Oh, I thought Joe said that. Didn't Joe
Joe
say
said
that?
it's 8.
I thought
They
Joe
say a
said
lot
that.
of things.
Oh, I
Yeah,
okay.
well, Joe's the
He
high.
said a lot of
Joe,
things.
it's true, but Joe's the high of high. So, and he was on our show and he said that. So we'll go with that because then we can just blame him if it doesn't happen. Because now we're
Fair
creeping.
enough.
You got to know the story, Carlos. You got to know the
And I
story,
know Drew
bro.
definitely will do that.
You got to know the
Go back and
story.
watch episode 100.
No, I'm talking about before 100. That's why I'm like,
Oh
oh, we
yeah,
came a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
long way, bro. Let's just say we were green as grass and we said stuff we shouldn't say. So,
Yeah,
and we've
now
learned.
now we're
We've
smoke
learned,
now we're
bro.
smoking the other green that got us high.
Yeah,
That's
well,
for
that's
real.
on you. So, anyway, we're about 2 minutes away from the 1 hour mark. You're watching Take Your Shot Media Crew presents Double Dribble episode 104, the East Coast Workhorse with Coach Carlos Gonzalez. 24 years old, the youngest coach in all the ABA to make it as far as he did, all the way to freaking East Coast regionals to face the team that went to the championship. Like, you can't have a, oh, bro, that is an insane accomplishment just to say. Like,
Yeah.
so I
I mean, when
appreciate
I
you.
look back at it, like I coached two teams this winter, with the Weaver High School girls team and then the
Hmm.
Hartford Colts. I think Elite Eight in the ABA technically, and then Elite Eight in the state with the girls.
That's nuts,
Uh,
bro.
Finished the winter 38-7. So
That's
yeah, it was a good winter. It
crazy. And
was
you're
a good time.
24, dude. That's insane
Wish
to
it would
me.
have finished with 2 rings, but
That's only
we get
10
them
years
this
older
year.
than my kid, bro. That's insane to me. And this I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not making fun of it. I'm
yeah, nah,
respecting y'all. That's insane to me. So we're about an hour in right now. Again, thank you so much for joining us, Carlos. Thank you so much for being so cool throughout the week with everything we are setting up and everything and
definitely.
the time difference and everything. Do you possibly have another 20 or so we can do our closing segment?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. We're gonna set for about 25 minutes. All right, again, y'all. So again, you're watching episode 104, the East Coast Workhorse. Coach Carlos Gonzalez, 24 years old, has accomplished so much, but he's humble, humble but a hard ass. I like that. That's you are. That's the vibe I get from you. You're humble but you're a hard ass. Like, hey, I'm gonna kick your ass on the court, but I'll give you a big, handshake and a hug after, or I'll tell you you're doing a great job, but I'm gonna rip your head off if you don't, kind of thing. That's the vibe I get, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that all the way through, bro. So, before we jump into our closing segment, we each have a closing segment, and then we do a final thought, like Jerry Springer's final thought. You're 24. I doubt you know what that means. I'm aging myself, bro. Does anybody on the panel raise your hand if you guys have any closing statements you want to make before we go into our closing segments? Drew,
We're good.
George,
Let's go close it.
George,
I'm good. I'm good.
Coach McNeely.
Hey man, listen, dog. Just what you do is always remember. Do what you do is a thankless job.
Yep,
Uh, we were put on this earth to service someone else. So
I like
once
that.
you understand that and embrace that, your life will get so much better. You were put on this earth to pay it forward and pay it back, and how you're doing it is to be appreciated, my friend. So proud of
I
you,
like,
sir.
I like that. I
Feel
like
that.
that. All right,
Hey
so
man,
with that,
you gotta stick around, dog. I'll be coming up with some gems, bro.
yeah, exactly.
Uncut gems.
We're talking Gems, Gems. He does
I'm
have
talking
some
about
good stuff.
gems. We're talking about freaking. He's a Celtics fan, and if you watch that movie,
Oh, we'll save it. Yeah. All right, there we
Come
go.
on,
God
bro.
damn
All
it,
right.
Drew.
Yeah, why,
Fuck,
Drew? We
bro.
were
Drew, come
doing so
on,
good. This
bro.
was an
I had to
emotional
throw his
moment,
little
and
leprechaun
you
somewhere.
had to screw
Um,
it up like always.
Yeah, it's
God
all
damn
good,
it.
man. Come on, man.
This ain't
All
St.
right.
Patty's Day, all right,
Well,
bro?
since
Yeah,
well
that was like
since
2 months ago, bro.
since Drew is talking his shit and
More than two
already
months ago.
jumping in on everything, let's throw him in with off the hoof. This is our business segment, Carlos. Go for
Where's
it,
my
Drew.
hoof at? I'm gonna cut it off. No, so
The
technically,
small
I'm
hand.
obviously the biz. I talk the most shit, but I'm also the
George
businessman.
saw that. Go
I
ahead.
saw George. I know George saw
No,
it.
I did the small hand because you said hoof. Go on.
All right. Well, okay. So Carlos, when it's all said and done, obviously 24, you've accomplished so much. Most people at 24 don't even know what the hell they're doing. They're just fresh out of college. Um, but with that being said, and you got a lot of life ahead of you, especially with the twins.
Not the
When it's
Minnesota
all
Twins
said
because
and
you ain't going
done,
nowhere with them.
when it's
Go on.
all said and done, what is your partake of everything? Like, is it just going to be constant basketball? Are you going to be doing more of the, still doing stuff with the community? I'm assuming, regardless.
yeah.
So, what would be your
Um,
plan after you quote retire from coaching?
yeah, it'll be a tie-in of three things. So right, like it sounds like a lot what I'm already doing, but when I in August I'll be going back to school for my master's in educational leadership.
Awesome.
So being able to tie in education, community, and basketball, the goal would be down the line. It's a far-fetched dream, maybe some to say, but to build a prestigious prep academy where
Okay.
I can bring in some of the best players and put them on a national platform and make it like a partnership with a school and make it our own. So yeah, trying to still figure out what that looks like, going to school and doing that. If I get the opportunity to coach Division 1 level, obviously do that, build from there. But yeah, really those two things, community education and basketball. Those are my big three
I
things.
love that.
Nice.
Always going above and beyond, man. I love that. Speaking of going above and beyond, let's go to Coach Coach McNeely. This is Coach's Corner. I know y'all already talked a lot of coaches stuff, but I know McNeely's got more. He always does. What do you got for Coach's Corner, McNeely? No,
Uh,
you already said a bunch of stuff.
yeah. All right, I got one.
All right.
It's gonna suck, but
You're good.
I got one. Describe overtime against
Oh,
against
Buffalo.
yeah.
Oof, that
What
game.
what 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 was your thought process back then, and what do you feel you should have done differently in
Ooh,
overtime?
that's hard hitting. Damn.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. The decision making was not bad decision making.
mhm,
There were great plays down the stretch, you know, and you guys were hitting each other with haymakers. And from what I saw, it just looked like they were maybe a play or two better.
yeah.
That's it.
So,
So, what would you change about that overtime in terms of preparing to try to get that game?
um, to be honest, first, emotion got us in that game with some of our guys. Like, great. Do I think number three, Rod's ejection was valid? No, but at the end of the day, he was ejected. That hurt us. Him not
No.
being able to play in that overtime, that hurt. Um, he's an energy guy. He's someone defensively that could throw a lot of people out of their game. I think he did a great job with Ivy and those guys. And just made it tough for them. We had a lot of spurts. Like you guys probably seen, if you guys watched the game, we were down at one point. We were like 22, came back, made it a game again.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
did exactly what we scouted, right? However, our biggest concern was letting them get second chance opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And God damn,
Rebounding.
were they hitting
Mm-hmm.
those scores. Like, let alone McCray. McCray's big as hell, whatever the case
Oh,
may
dude,
be.
that
He's a
guy's
huge guy.
crazy.
But there's a bunch of other guys, Marcus Fegan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a bunch of other guys hitting the board and just finding it. So, like, just doing my research now, and Garcia and Devin Ryan, they call me crazy because I just watched the game like the other day. We were talking about coach. I turned the game on to start watching it. This season I'm gonna go even more in depthly with the scouting and how we're gonna run things so that we're prepared for those moments. And then going into overtime, I think that's why this year I'm kind of going with a deeper roster, more talent, just prepare for that deeper run. God forbid anyone get injured or not be able to make the trip. Yeah, the guy does get ejection. We don't have a complete drop off
Mm-hmm.
per se, but it was tough. I mean, we went out there with 7, 8 guys at that game, and I think our guys put up a hell of a fight. But yeah, overtime, we
Yeah.
got free throws too.
Say that one more time.
Second chance points and free throws killed us.
Yeah. No, 100. I think Ant might have froze. No, honestly, we all watched that game.
Okay.
Yeah, we love honestly, we love watching your guys' East Coast games. Your East Coast, and we've seen some pretty badass games out here in the West. I mean, we got some really good teams out here,
Yeah,
but not just
Well,
the
that's mine.
Panthers, not just the Panthers. One of them's on this panel
Bro,
here.
my phone is hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Well, put on your AC. That's what I usually do. But dude, your guys' games are entertaining because you guys are, like you said, you're feisty. You guys are
yeah,
fire from beginning to end, no matter what's going on, and that passion's always there. And that's, I think, unfortunately, some teams that we have, again, the opinions are those of the people giving it, um, that kind of lacks on some of the West Coast teams out here. Not all of them, but some of them, and it shows.
yeah.
And,
East Coast games are fun, depending on like who we play. Like New England's pretty
mhm.
good. Um, their coach is a piece of work. My opinion, but their coach is a piece of work.
We got a few of those
I
relationships
gotta
out
ask
here
him
too.
Uh-oh.
when I'm coming.
I love that.
But yeah, Long Island, they were a decent team. They beat us the first time. We ended up beating them 2 times after that, once in the playoffs and one after. I guess
Hmm.
they're no longer in the league anymore. But
Hmm.
they were pretty good
You
with
talking about the law? Are we talking about the no, my bad, Long
Strong
Island,
arm
my bad. Whatever
ballers or something
happened
like
to
that.
yeah,
what
strong
happened to
arm.
Coney Island? What happened to Coney Island?
Not
They
sure.
they left a while ago, I
Ten,
think.
Yeah.
10-4, never mind.
Yeah, Ant's
Yeah.
been around a while, so he's seen some teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I just wanted to point that out. So, all
Yeah.
right, now we're gonna go into my segment, and this part is insane to me because when you said 24, I was like, oh my God. Because originally I thought you were like,
We haven't
30.
done George's segment.
I know that. I'm lining it up that way on purpose. All right.
Okay.
So my segment's called ISO. So one versus one or one against one or whatever. So,
1v1.
bro, you are 10 years younger than the youngest coach in NBA history. I believe there was a 33-year-old, but I'm going to go with this person, 34. You got to go one on one, your squad against one of these two coaches. One was 35, one was 34. Bobby Knight or the Hall of Fame Celtic, now I know you're a Celtic fan, Bill Russell. Who are you
I
going up
was gonna
against and
pick.
why?
We're going up against Bill.
Love it.
Oh, I knew he was gonna say that.
We're going up against
Okay,
Bill.
so what kind of approach you taking against this guy? You've seen what he can do.
For Bill, be careful around the rim because he's trying to
he
punch that
he
shit.
old school, bro. He old
Yeah.
school.
That's such an interesting question. That's hilarious. I never thought about that. Yeah, we're gonna
10
make them
years
run.
different, bro. That's
We're gonna make
nuts to
them
me.
run. That's the 60s. We're gonna make them run.
There you go.
We're
There
gonna
you
run the
go.
shit out of him. And just be
Oh,
careful
I
when you
love that.
attack him because he might punch that shit. And back in the day, I don't know what a foul was to them.
There was no fouls
Yeah,
back in that
exactly.
day, but you'd get in
Exactly.
trouble for a dunk back in the day. Oh, that's insane. All right, I like that. I mean, this question made like when I didn't know you were a Celtics fan, it could have gone either way. But when you said you were a Celtics fan, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna pick Bill Russell, and I
Yeah,
couldn't change
bro.
it quick enough. But 10 years difference, dude.
But Bobby
That's
Knight
something to be
still the
proud of.
only, still the last coach to take a D1 team to go undefeated.
He's
That
right.
record still holds 50 years to the day.
He's right, and he knows how to chuck a chair. So
With
there
him.
you go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Speaking
I
of
just
chucking
saw that
chairs.
video pop up on my
Oh, bro,
phone.
we did it on our show a little while back when it was one of our codes for Joe Newman. That was fun. Speaking of chucking chairs and getting mad real easy, have you ever watched a game with George Ochola? Oh my God. George literally will jump out of the crowd because he gets so mad while he's filming. It's hilarious. George,
And
it's your turn, my dude. This segment's called Fab Five. Carlos, do you think mine was crazy? Wait, let's see what George comes up
Oh,
with.
God.
Fab Five of, and then he picks something.
I
Go
should get
for
my
it.
Yeah.
shamrock out.
This is gonna
Well,
be
first
good.
of
Well, maybe it won't be Celtics. We don't know. All right, George, go.
well, first of
Drew,
all,
shut
Ricky,
up. George is talking. Go ahead. Sorry, I've been waiting for that
way,
one. Go ahead.
I knew it.
way to throw me under the bus. Hey,
Hey,
I'm
he
a
did
cool
it, not
guy.
me.
Just blah. But anyway, so this is a very great segue, and yes, it is a Celtics question. And I actually got like a two-parter.
Oh
So
Lord, so
first question is what's your Fab Five youngest coaches to ever accomplish a game? It could be like top three from the NBA. And then my second question is who's your Fab Five Celtics of all time? It could be from any era that you
D-
put on your Mount
I
Rushmore.
think Anthony had that
mm,
also, so this should be good.
Fab Five
And I
players,
know you probably said one of them.
three young coaches.
Hmm.
Um, Missoula's good.
Missoula, and he was on that
Okay.
list too.
Yeah, he's
Hmm.
really good at Miss Johnson.
Okay.
Um, I like Missoula a lot for the way he runs the team and his approach. Real serious motherfucker. He gets to the bottom of things right away, straight to the point.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mitch, he's been doing well handling things. I think he's got to figure it out a little more, but he's doing well. Fab, you got me on that 5-5 Celtic shit. Holy shit.
From any era, bro. From any era.
Positionless?
Positionless.
Yes.
They could be positionless.
All right, no order. If I had to pick five Celtics that I'm putting together, fuck, I got no point guard probably. Oh no, I do. Damn.
I got you there, brother.
Larry Bird, Bill Russell,
What about KG? You said you like KG.
KG. Yeah, chill. Trust me, KG's in there. That's my favorite one.
Hey, two more, brother.
What about LA, the truth?
Nothing.
He don't like the truth, George. Sorry.
I'm
I
going
guess the
Tatum
truth.
because I know he's gonna end up being
Was that Tatum?
Tatum.
Tatum.
Give
There's
him
one
Kevin Kill.
more.
Kevin Kill.
Oh,
Okay.
Mikhail. Nice. I like that you mixed it up.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
That's just my five Celtics that I
I love
just
that. Off the subject. Totally off the
6 man
subject.
Rondo. 6 man Rondo though, because
Oh,
that's like
Rondo's a
I was
beast,
gonna
dude.
ask like who will be
Fucking
your
love
sixth
Rondo.
man?
Love
Rondo.
Rondo.
That's different.
I
Rondo
love
was different.
Rondo. I love Rondo. So real quick, just because we're random as
He won
hell.
a championship in 2020 for us, so
He did.
just
He
to throw
did.
it out there.
Oh, he's won championships for lots of squads.
Yeah,
So
she was nasty seeing him do one in green and one in gold.
now that
Yeah.
I know that's crazy, right? Speaking of green and possibly going to some other color, I gotta ask, how do you feel about the whole Jaylen Brown situation right now?
Ooh.
We should have got Giannis. They should have just tried to get that deal done.
Mhm.
But I mean, get rid of his ass at this point. I'm
Okay.
cool.
All
Just get rid of
right.
him.
Sounds like us with LeBron.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think, I think like if I'm Jalen Brown, I'm really mad at the Celtics right now because it's
Mhm.
like, okay, like I was like finals MVP, what, 3 years ago?
yeah.
And then you guys are putting me into trade talks, and then no, like nobody once talked about Jason
Well,
Tatum. So
that
I'll feel
that's
some
my
type of way.
problem with this is like I was already seeing where like all right. I don't see much upward trajectory with them. So now with them opening that door, where obviously he knows he's on the trade block, all this, where they're putting out trade packages. It's not gonna work. We're not gonna go anywhere with this. Just go, like, we might not get the best deal right away. That's just an absolute win for us right now. Get
At
him
this
out.
point, you're probably not going to get the best
Before we
deal.
make it worse now and other guys, yeah, just make it happen now,
And
boo.
now him and Stephen A. Smith going at it too.
Yeah, did you see Stephen A's, like, he made a whole,
Oh
like, out
yeah.
of all his good things he said about him?
Stephen A.
Yeah,
Stephen A
yeah.
is something, bro.
He was
He
taking some
crazy.
shots at him though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
does.
different.
He crazy. All
Mm-mm.
right. Speaking of someone who loves to speak their mind openly and freely, Drew, give us your closing message, my friend.
All
No, I know he
right.
has a lot.
It's gonna be short and sweet like me. So
You got one of those parts right. Go on.
at least it was the sweet part.
Sure.
Okay,
We'll go
so
with that.
okay, oh my god.
You walked into
Well, I'm
that,
sweet,
bro. I'm sorry.
would you rather said I'm sweet and sour?
Oh, bro. God damn it. Why?
I'm just stupid.
Wow.
It's okay. So here we go.
Wow. God,
So
why?
Oh,
just
I'm dead.
yeah, you're dead. Go. I'm gonna leave your ass out in Texas, bro. All right, here we
Oh
go.
my God.
Everything's bigger in Texas. But going.
Stop! Stop
Shout,
it!
shout out to Carlos doing big things at 24. You know, most people are not even. They're barely rolling out of bed at 24. Let's
Mhm.
be real. They don't know what their life is about, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's doing great things for his community. You know, first year in, taking his team all the way up to, regionals, going against the beast of the Buffalo, and the way that game ended. Like, we watched it all. It was great. Unfortunately, the ending didn't go their way, but it's just keep doing your thing. I'm gonna rub off of Ant right now and literally just say, just keep doing your thing, brother. Big expectations next year.
Expected. Okay, yeah. Big
Five,
words.
going
Big words.
scheduling against 500 plus teams schedule makes it so they put you on the map. That literally is the way of stepping into this league. Is you got to go against the best to beat the best. You got to be the best, right? And
Woo! Sorry.
you got to do all that in order to get some respect in this league. Because at the end of the day, I look at that ranking system and I just rip that shit up and say, "Fuck it,
Just
we're
make
blowing
the
the door.
playoffs. Just make the
Just blow
playoffs.
the fucking doors off, bust through the windows like me, and just go through and say no holds bar. Shout out to Night of Champions. There you go. Be a champion
Oh
and
man.
go do it."
It's going on right now, actually. Yeah. No, but he's right. He's
Rub
definitely
off,
right.
rub off, huh, Drew? That's wild, but all right.
With that said, we're gonna rub off. Yeah, he's talking about
Pause.
rubbing off, and I told you,
Bro, we're
Carlos. You never
clipping
know
this
where
whole
this
show.
shit's gonna go, bro. You get a group of
George is
chuckleheads like us.
dying over there. I
I want to
literally
go. I can't,
he's
Drew. You're
gone.
done. Drew, you're
He
done.
left he left his big heart in
And
Texas,
you know
man.
what's funny is we were just like silly chuckleheads, crazy, wild right now, and being nasty and weirdo. But now we're gonna go to McNeely. I bet you he's gonna have something heartfelt. He always does.
Oh my
Go
god.
ahead,
George is
Ant.
gone.
After he yawns and falls asleep. Go ahead,
George
Ant.
is gone.
I just stabbed myself
Uh,
with a pencil, by the way. It hurts. Go on.
I mean, man, I'm just proud of you, man. I'm just proud of you, man. Just continue to keep doing what you're doing. You're appreciated in this space. You're appreciated in this world that we engulf.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. All right, George. Collect yourself, sir. Collect
I'm
yourself.
You are
sorry,
now.
man.
Get rid of perverted
You're
George and
you're
get
you're
into
now.
professional George.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you good, bro?
Sorry.
my
Go
bad,
ahead.
Carlos. Like Drew is just on one today. He- All right, let me collect myself. Give me a
Okay,
second.
breathe and out.
All
Okay.
right, Carlos. Like, first of all, it's been nice talking with you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Even though you're young, like you're not afraid of getting into people's faces. That's what I respect. I'm kind of like the same person, but not too feisty. But like I do enough to get the job done. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Like you're doing big things. You're gonna do even more big things. So yeah, shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I exactly what my panel just said, dude. You've done more things in your 24 years than people have done in a lifetime. and you're still going and you're still going to do more. And now you've had the heartbreak of the loss in a playoff game, and you could use that as fire to fuel yourselves all the way to Vegas. And I hope we get to meet you in Vegas, give you a big hug and some
Yeah.
fist knuckles, whatever.
Yeah, I'll actually be out
Have a
there in
night out in
2 weeks.
Vegas, baby. You
I
know?
gotta go
Or
out there
or
in
even
2
go to
weeks.
the East Coast. I have family out there in Boston.
Maybe
Oh, you
maybe
go
I'll hit you
visit.
guys up. I'm out there in 2 weeks for Pure
No, hell
Sweat.
yeah, hit us up. Anthony's in Compton. I'm in Norwalk, bro. Let's definitely
Yeah.
hit me up. If anything, we'll do a
Wait,
lunch or something.
what are we doing? What?
Carlos is coming out west, bro.
July
For
13th, I'll be in Vegas.
Oh,
for
hell
what?
yeah.
Oh, he'll be in Vegas.
Well,
Yeah.
still, we'll work something out. Maybe we'll go ahead over there. Cool. Yeah, Vegas, it's about 3 hours from here, give or take from us. About
Mm.
5 hours or Drew, what is it from you? Four? Like four?
It's like four and a half, 5 hours.
That's like 4.5. Drew, yeah, he's in San Diego, so that's 2 more hours. But yeah, no, let us know for sure. Maybe we'll try to work something out.
Mm.
Um, but no, all bullshit aside, as you could tell, we can bullshit, but we could also be serious. Dude, you're changing lives daily, and that's huge with me. I worked in after school programs. I worked in the daycares. I worked at the schools. I've been a youth leader. I have a 14-year-old son. I get it.
Mm.
Bullying is rampant these days. You got people on here that have been bullied, are being bullied. The fact that you take the extra time to help out these boys and girls, it makes a huge difference. And you might not only change a life, but you're probably going to save a life and you might not even know it. So just keep doing you, bro, because people are looking up to you and they have a damn good reason for it. So with that said, I always have a closing question, and these guys hate that, so that's why I keep doing it. Um, I have this kind of a two-parter, but what do you feel, and this is just into your deepest of your heart, what do you feel would be your greatest accomplishment in the future for basketball and in life?
Um, Putting my village, meaning like kids I serve in the community, my own kids, in a position where we don't have to travel to all these ridiculous places for national opportunities and recruitment and
Yeah,
stuff to bring that back home here. So with the partnerships I'm making with this new gym, some coaches I know, trying to bring everything together and bring that back home, right into our own backyard,
that would be cool.
basketball wise. And life, um, just staying honest, true about my work and doing everything in good faith. Do everything in good faith. I'll be
I like
fine.
that. I like that. What legacy do you want to leave for your babies?
Um, Somebody that could be remembered, someone that could always be counted on, and who always gonna go above and beyond for their people and not themselves. Like I don't necessarily care about what goes on. Just for me, if it's helping those around me, then yeah, I'm with it.
I dropped my microphone, but I can't afford to make another one, so that we're gonna end with that, dude. You just hit everybody's heartstrings, and people are gonna fear you and love you at the same time, dude. That's all I gotta say. So
Mm,
you're a badass. Don't ever forget that. Again,
appreciate
this has been episode 104, the East Coast Workhorse with Coach Carlos of the Hartford Colts. Keep an eye out for him because he's on the route to nationals. On
Beth,
behalf, yeah, you know it. On
we'll be
behalf,
back on when I win it next year in Vegas.
we'll see you out there. We're physically gonna be out there,
Oh,
bro. So you guys,
and
hey,
That
shots are fired.
literally, that literally just sounded like Eric Brown right now.
You
That
literally, I am going to
literally.
introduce you to Eric Brown. I'm going to give you his Instagram. Y'all need to meet. This is insane.
All
I'm
right,
going to get y'all side
definitely.
by side. You're going to be like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
told I
This isn't
told
a
Ant
voice.
respectfully, message to the ABA, the Hartford Colts will win it next year. So
all
anybody want to
right,
book some
here we
games?
go. All
That
right.
definitely is Eric Brown mentality.
Y'all heard it. You got some
I want to see
openings.
Eric Brown and the Chula Vista Suns go at it. That would be
That
must see
would be
TV right there.
beast. The Suns and the Colts. That would be beast. So y'all, the challenge is out there. The challenge is out there. If you got an open date, hit up Coach Carlos, Coach
What's up,
Los on
man?
Instagram. Make it happen, and you better televise that. That's all I gotta say.
Put that
So
game on prime time.
there you go, exactly. So, on behalf of the agent Drew, the coach McNeely, conspicuous, and the cameraman with the plan, George Ochoa, conspicuous by his absence because he sucked into the soccer world for the next three weeks. The Rizzler, the commentator Joshua Pangan. I'm Double R Ricky Rodriguez. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on episode 104 of East Coast Workhorse on Double Dribble. Coming up next week, it's going to be a 4th of July weekend celebration on Sunday, July 5th. We hang out. We've been talking about leprechauns all this week. Our episode is going to be called Luck of the Irish, episode 105, with Dublin Leprechauns independent baseball head coach, David Aceron. It's going to be our first baseball episode, so it's going to be really interesting. Make sure you guys hit us up. Come roll in as we talk about things going on in the independent world on the diamond up north in Northern California with David Aceron. Again, you guys, life is really hard right now. Venezuela, again, our condolences are with you. We love you and much respect. Heartfelt condolences from Take Your Shot Media Crew. Anybody who's struggling out there, reach out to one of us if you need to. If you don't have anybody with you, we will be there for you. I mean, shit, you heard Coach Gonzalez. That's the dude to talk to right there. Holy crap. But anyway, we're here to talk to you. We love you guys. Remember, life is hard, times are hard, and remember, when life hands you the ball,
Take
take
your
your shot.
shot.
We're out of here.